Hi, it's Andy here at Photech Video, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the results that we can get from this Meike 35mm full frame f2.8 autofocus lens, which cost me less than $150 brand spanking new. In this video I'll include some still and some video sample images taken using this budget priced lens, coupled with my Panasonic Lumix S5 full frame mirrorless camera. Will it give me the results which I need? Stick around to find out. So for a while now I've been in the market for a 35mm prime lens for my Panasonic Lumix S5s. Until now, I've been using the Panasonic Lumix S series lenses on these two cameras. I have the Lumix S85 f1.8, the Lumix S50 f1.8, and of course the two kit lenses which came on each of these cameras, which is the 20 to 60mm f3.5 to f5.6. Now, if you've seen previous videos of mine, you'll know that I'm a great advocate of using the kit lens which came with your camera. And in fact, the kit lens which comes with the Panasonic Lumix S5, which is the 20 to 60mm f3.5 to f5.6, is, in my opinion, a very good flexible lens. The only caveat which I can find with these kit lenses is that if I want to set my focal length to 35mm, the widest aperture I can get is f4.0. So I decided to look around to see if I could find a 35mm full frame autofocus prime lens with a wider aperture. And I came across the Meike 35mm F2.0, which is designed for full frame cameras and has autofocus and, as I said before, an aperture of f2.0, which is pretty close to my Panasonic Lumix S series, which are f1.8. I was lucky enough to find a version for the L mount, which is the mount system used on the Panasonic Lumix S5, and I found an offer for less than $150. After a bit of research and after watching a number of videos on YouTube about this lens, I decided to take the plunge and I ordered it online. Now, I haven't used this lens yet, so during the making of this video I'm going to discover whether I've found a good substitute for a Panasonic lens, which is much more expensive, or if I've wasted my money on this budget priced lens. So let's take a look at this lens. It came in this box, and as you can see, it is the L mount version. We can also see that this is a full frame lens with multi-coated glass. It's the Meike AF 35mm f2.0 SE autofocus prime lens, and you can see that it has a filter thread size of 58mm. I would have preferred it to be like the Panasonic S lenses, which have a filter thread size of 67mm, but it's not an enormous problem, and a cheap step-up ring will fix that for me. Looking at the specifications, we can see that the lens type is a prime lens, which means that it has a fixed focal length. The lens structure is in 9 groups with 11 elements. It has 9 diaphragm blades, a maximum aperture of f2.0 and a minimum aperture of f22. The focus mode is autofocus and manual focus. The focal length is 35mm and the minimum focusing distance is 0.5 of a meter, which is 45 centimeters. The full frame angle is diagonal of 64 degrees, horizontal of 54.9 degrees, and vertical of 38 degrees. And the APS-C angle is a diagonal of 44.2 degrees, horizontal 37.2 degrees, and vertical of 25.1 degrees. And as I said before, the filter thread size is 58mm. So looking at the lens itself, we can see that it's not a large obtrusive lens. In fact, it is just a little smaller than the Panasonic Lumix S lenses, which are all quite similar in size. Construction-wise, the lens barrel seems to be made of plastic, but does seem to be a pretty good quality plastic and not the cheap, shiny plastic which you might expect to see on a budget-priced lens. It comes with a removable lens hood, which will help to reduce glare when shooting into lights. On the left-hand side of the barrel, you can see that it has a physical autofocus and manual focus switch, and under that switch you can see the SE series branding. And the focus ring movement is nice and smooth. One final thing to mention about this lens is that it comes with this attractive red gasket where the lens attaches to the camera. And even though this lens is not certified as weather sealed, that gasket should keep out 1 or 2 raindrops which may come your way. Okay, so now it's time to go outside and see the results that we can get using this budget-priced lens. All the example images, both stills and video, which I take using this lens, will be at the widest aperture, which is f2.0. Bear in mind that if I'd used the kit lens for the same images, my widest aperture would have been f4.0, which is literally 2 stops of light. And 2 stops of light are 4 times the original amount of light. So this lens at f2.0 is going to allow in 4 times the amount of light that the lens at f4.0 would. This is because each stop of light doubles that of the previous stop. So if this is 2 stops wider, then it will allow in 4 times the amount of light. Before we go outside to try out this budget-priced lens, if you've got this far in this video, then you're either finding it useful or interesting or both. So please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, if you want to see more videos of this type related to photography techniques and photography gear. Now, when we go out to take these examples, I'm going to record my camera screen when shooting the still images so that you can see for yourself how fast and how well the autofocus on this lens actually works. All of the images, both still and video, will be straight out of camera images. Okay, so here we are outside and I just found this beautiful holly bush and I'm going to see if we can get some reasonably close-up images of this. Remember, this is not a macro lens. This has a minimum focusing distance of 45 centimeters, which is nearly half a meter, and I am right on the border there. So let's give this a try with several shots here in this holly bush. Okay, so there you have it. I was worried that the autofocus might be slow or might not be precise, but during the testing at least, everything seemed to go pretty well. I'm not a pixel peeper myself, and we all know that the more money we pay for a lens, normally the better quality the images that we obtain, and the less money we pay for a lens, the lower quality that we obtain generally. So I'm just going to give you my own opinion on the images which this $150 budget price 35mm lens gave me during the tests. And all in all, I must say that I am very pleased with the results. The autofocus was pretty quick and precise. I had my camera set to the portrait color profile, and in my opinion, the colors look pretty natural shot through this lens. The out of focus background, or bokeh, also looks very good. I particularly like those round highlights which you can see in those Holly images, which were the first ones that I shot in the still image section. And another thing that I like about it is that this lens is not too bulky to carry about, and it looks good on the camera. So I would say that I picked up a bargain. I'm looking forward to using this lens here in my studio and also in some street photography sessions which I have planned. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I always read your comments, I always answer your questions, and interacting with my channel is a great way for me to know the kind of content which you would like me to create in future videos. If you liked this video and found it interesting, please click on the like button and share it with any friends, family, or social media groups which you think might also find it interesting. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is completely free for you and helps the channel to grow. And while you're at it, ring on that notification bell to be notified every time a new video drops on my channel. You'll find affiliate links to gear used in the making of this video in the description section down below. If you do purchase something through one of my affiliate links, thank you for supporting the channel. The price to you will be the same, and I will receive a small commission which will help me to continue creating content here on my channel. So until the next time, this is Andy at Photech Video signing off. Take care and be safe.